now live. Everything seems to be working good. Hello, hello, and welcome. I am back. I know. Yay! And I am back working on these Jinx props. Yeah, I only have a couple of days to finish them, so kind of crunching here. um but thankfully it's just the teeth now that need to be painted, so I'm gonna try to work as fast as I can on these teeth. I see the fairy bot is here. Hello, Ka, how are you doing? Meow back right at ya. Well, I got everything right. Okay, I was just double checking. I'm like, I didn't forget the trees, I didn't forget the dragons, everything's here. My brain has been so full doing back-to-back shows. Oh my gosh. But getting grounded here in the moment. So these lovely teeth here all need to be painted like this one. And so to do, and this is the last pieces. This is the last pieces of the props that need to be painted, except I have one over there that I just oil washed last night. I need to finish up. So we're gonna mix the color of the base. Excuse me, I think I have to sneeze. Okay, bless me. It's Win. Hi, Win. How are you doing? And it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? So, I'm gonna put those teeth aside. I'm gonna get out my palette, and I'm gonna start with the pink here on the teeth. So we're gonna get a little bit of titanium white. And my goal is today to get these all done. That's my goal. See if I can reach it. Hopefully. I sure hope so. Good, I'm glad you're doing good, Win. Oh no, I'm good. I'm far from burning myself out. I'm all good. You know me, I'm always like keeping busy. Hey, but that's where success comes from, right? Is by like just success comes from just working hard, you know? Yeah. Oh my gosh, Isaac. Yes, spring is here. Well, I guess it depends on what part of the world you're in. Here in the desert, it always feels like summer. All right, so what I just did is I just made a mixture of the white, the rose pink, this magenta, and a bit of red. And I'm gonna make a nice, trying to make a nice like fuchsia pink color. And so that it doesn't dull out too much too, I'm gonna add, I know it sounds weird, but a little bit of yellow. Not too much yellow because I want it to be bright, but I don't want it to be orange. I know a lot of colors just in a simple pink, right? All right, where's my water? There's my water. Non-drinking water, paintbrush water. Hey, that's awesome, Win. That's awesome you made more progress on your painting. Super cool. You should be proud, Win. How much did you get done? Hey, and if you want to sit here and work on your painting alongside me, I always encourage fellow creators to create next to me, fellow artists. Sometimes sitting along next to someone working helps motivation. So if I could do that for you, I'm more than happy to. All right, so I'm gonna grab a set of teeth here, and I'm gonna paint it similar-ish to this. Let me turn around this. Can you guys see good? Oh, okay, I'm gonna actually... I tried to adjust my camera so that it would be like in a more comfortable spot for me to work and also for you guys to view. So it looks like this is my area to work. Okay, sweet. You know what? I'm gonna move over some stuff. Whoa! I just like knocked over all my paint. I'm trying to scooch things over and it just... everything played dominoes instead of scooting over. It's like I wanted you guys to scooch over, not fall down. All right. There we go. And around the teeth, it's almost like the pink has just like splattered, like the teeth crunched down on a paint pocket. Yep, and I do both sides. When it comes to sculpture, I paint all sides, even if I'm like, no one will see it. Nope, everything gets painted. Every part gets attention. Yeah, Win, feel free to share a photo. And I am sorry if I'm late on answering messages. I'm trying to catch up, but I just, oh my gosh, I have so much to do and so much to get ready for, especially this weekend Game on Expo. So I've been like really working my hardest to get things ready. And you know, it's not just making the art, you know, it's also like there's a social media side, and I've kind of been slacking on making videos. So I have to edit a bunch of videos, I have to take photos, putting those together. And then also too, I have other messages. And since my last show, I've actually had quite a few people ask me about commissions, which I'm booked for commissions right now at this exact moment. But, you know, people still ask, and so there's still a lot to do. I am grateful, though. I will say I am grateful for how many people want, you know, they're interested in commissions, they're interested in my art and my creations, and I feel very, like, grateful. At the same time, though, I'm not used to being wanted, like, so wanted. So I'm like, how do I balance this? You know, like, I'm flattered, but you sure? Alrighty, so I can think that's good for good first layer. I know it looks very dull, but this is only the first layer of pink. Hey, it's Evo Leia. Hi, Evo Leia. How you doing? And I see I missed some messages, so let me just scroll back up to the top for a minute. Oh yeah, that would be very cool, Isaac. If like paint from video games, especially in Mario, like behaved like in the real world. Could you imagine? Art in the real world kind of behaves a little differently than in the video game world, but still would be very cool. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you think so, evil Leia. Yay! If I could keep you company while you're doing anything, then that's all good. That makes me really happy. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you for being so understanding. Thank you, thank you. Ah, thank you, Win, for posting the Discord. Yeah, I know. I do feel grateful. I feel like a lot of people are understanding about me late replying to messages, even though I hate doing it. And I even said this year I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna break that habit. Here we are. Oh, let's get back into frame. There we go. More into frame right there. So, how was everyone's weekend? How is everyone doing? The weekend for me was pretty good. I did I was at Kikori Con and that was a lot of fun. Um I feel very blessed to have like I had both like really good neighbors all around me and it was really awesome to have really good neighbors. Um and good people. I met a lot of really nice people. It's such a sweet little con. And it's not terribly busy, which makes it nice for attendees. You can freely walk around and look around. And also, it has like really good photo opportunities because it takes place in a hotel that is backed to a forest. And so, really cool photos can be taken there. I didn't take opportunities of that. I just was so like in work mode that I completely forgot about taking my own photos in the forest, which I didn't realize until I got home. I'm like, oh dang, I didn't even take advantage of what part of what makes this con so cool is the photo ops. And I was like, damn it. Last year I did. This year I did. I should have though. Oh well. There's always next time. Which I am happy to announce that I will be at KikoriCon next year, 2077. I will be there. Busy Win? You've been busy? I bet, especially with the painting that you've been working on and trying to get that done in time. Where is this part? Oh, this part's right here. Oh, interesting. Okay. I was like, I'm trying to like still figure out the placement of everything. Yeah, and just I think I'll be able to reach my goal today of getting these done. So basically what I have to do is paint the base layer of both the pink and the black, or pink and black, oh my gosh, pink and green. and then do the UV top coat on it as well. There we go. I actually really like working on my cosplays on the live stream, I will say. It's fun to switch it up. It's fun also to do something different. I also, after these commissions too, I have my own projects that I really want to work on. I really want to get back into making my own personal cosplays and stuff, making some new characters. I feel like it's been a long time since I've actually made a new character. And I'm kind of cycling through the same characters, which isn't bad, but you know, I want to bring someone fresh and new when I do the shows. Yeah, another thing after this game on Expo, something I'm going to be really working on a lot, and I'm planning on working on the live stream when here is more cosplay horns. Um, I almost sold out of them in my last show, and I have like no time at all to. If I didn't have this commission, I would probably start working on more horns to at least like get 3 new sets out on the floor, but this takes top priority, this project right here. So, can't really do that. But afterwards, I am going to, you're going to see a lot of building horns, and I hope you all don't mind to see some foam smithing be done. And sorry that I'm so sniffly. It is, I wasn't like this at all this morning. I think that my room was very I've been trying to do some last minute ears too. And there's like faux fur floating around everywhere, and I haven't had time to like clean it up. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Win, for posting the progress on your painting. Hey, it's okay that it's messy. You know, that's what happens with painting and all artwork. There's a process, you know? And sometimes it can look very messy during that process. And that's okay, because you still have time to clean it up. Win, what are you using to paint your painting? Are you using oils or are you using acrylic? Okay, nice. You're using acrylics. That's what I thought. Like, I think you're more of an acrylic artist, but then you said it was really messy, so I'm like, hey, maybe you're giving a shot at oil, which I know oil can get really messy really quickly. No, that's better that you're doing acrylic too, especially with the short time frame that you have. If I was in your shoes, I would also make this painting acrylic as well. Because even if you got it done on time, it wouldn't dry in time. Look at that. Yeah, I really like how these little guys are turning out. There we go. Hey, that's okay, Win. Hey, you've seen me and when I work, I always like it's not completed until it's completed, you know, and there might be messy parts and that kind of stuff. But you have time to fix it. Don't be self-conscious about it. You're all good. All right. As you notice, I am only working with one color, but I'm constantly washing my brush. That's because acrylic paint dries really quickly and I don't want it to dry in between my bristles here. So I'm constantly rewashing it to not get any paint stuck or dry in the bristles. It's kind of a little technique of saving brushes because let me tell you, acrylic paint can be the death of brushes if you don't take care of them very well. There we are. Cool. Almost done with the pink splatter here. Then we'll move on to the teal green. I like your creativity, Isaac. Yes. In another universe, I do make legendary power armor. Right? That's basically what I'm doing when I'm making my cosplays, right? I'm creating costumes that make you shapeshift. They have the power of shapeshifting. Isn't that what cosplay is already? All right. There we go. Hey, that's cool. That's very cool, Win. Yeah, you know, it's so funny and that's awesome that your trivia of Accelercer started gaining popularity. Yeah, the Acceleracers fandom, it's so small, but everyone wants to see more Accelerator stuff. So the fact that yeah, that you've posted a little something, that's super cool. I actually have to add a little bit of water to the pink on the palette because it's starting to dry up already. And now I'm adding the second layer. To the pink. Since the first layer is like on the first piece that I painted is already dry. You know what's funny is that Game on Expo is a couple days away and I still don't even know what my full cosplay lineup is. Can't even think about it. Oh my gosh. I just have so many other things on my mind and I'm like, what do I do? I do know for a fact, though, that I'm going to be Jinx from Arcane on Friday. And there's an Arcane meet, too, on Friday. But I don't know if I'll necessarily be a part of it. It's just depending on how busy I am at my booth. If there's like... Oops. I smudge the pink. You know what I do to smudges? I paint over them. Make them look like they were on purpose. There we go. It depends on if I go to the meet or not, if how busy it is at my booth. If I'm like slammed and there's tons of people and it's the time of the meetup, I'm not going. Like my booth comes first. But if, let's say, there's kind of a lull or it's been kind of slow and it's the time of the meet, then I'll probably go just for a teeny bit, like kind of just to go, hug all my friends, take a few pictures, and then leave. I don't like to leave my booth for too long. So I'm gonna go with the flow of the day. I think the Arcane / League of Legends meet is like at 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm not sure. I know it's posted on Game on Expo's website with all their cosplay meets and stuff, and I think they even made a post about it on their Instagram too. Hey, it's Ray. Hi, Ray. How are you doing? Oh, Ray, I see your message on TikTok. I see it. I swear I haven't been ignoring you. I just, ah, I've been just so busy and I keep seeing it. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to answer that. And then I get distracted by something else. I'm just gonna do it after the stream. Ray, I feel horrible, but hello. How you doing, Ray? Ray, you're going to Game On Expo, right? You're gonna be there. Yay! That's awesome, Ray, that you just finished your cosplay you've been working on. That's awesome. Yay! I bet that feels really good too, especially when you're like con crunching and then you get something done and you didn't have to stay up till midnight the night before. You're like, it's done. I can breathe. I know it's always a satisfying feeling. Yeah, doing pretty good, Ray. Uh, Brain full, but when is very brain not full? When is it? When is it not full? Especially with doing back-to-back shows. And I really tried my best to prepare for both at the same time so I didn't have to stress. Uh, but you know, I kind of halfway did that. I didn't quite meet all my goals I wanted to. Like, I really wanted Jinx's Pow Pow to get done by Game On, but that didn't happen at all. I've been just so slammed and busy with commissions um, and just getting ready for the shows, like making merchandise and stuff. I sadly haven't gotten to it. But I really want to, especially before it gets warm again. I need to finish that Pow Pow. It's been like a 3-year long project because it's just been pushed off all the time. Um, it's about time it doesn't get pushed off anymore. Nice, nice, Ray. You have a good cosplay lineup. That's awesome. Yeah, and see you at Game On. Hee hee. Be awesome. I'm so excited. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ray, that the that the wig just fell apart. Yeah. Aw, that sucks. Unfortunately, I'm gonna guess the way you described it, that you got it and it just started falling apart, was that it was a cheap wig. And I know expensive wigs are expensive, but sometimes it's worth just investing in something more on the expensive end, even if you have to like wait and save up for it. In the long run, it's worth it. Anyways, though, you might be happy that you don't have a wig because it's gonna be very warm. So, hey, maybe, Ray, it's a blessing in disguise. You might be like, oh, I'm actually more comfortable without the wig. Even myself, I'm like, how much do I want to wear a wig? Like, obviously, with Jinx, I will. But I'm like looking at my other cosplay lineup and I'm like, I might choose some natural hair cosplays because it's gonna be a bit warm. Like I always like V from Cyberpunk because like I have my undercut, so makes it good. I need to get an actual samurai jacket for my V because I have this leather one that is awesome and it's super warm and cozy. I like it a lot. I just feel like a lot of people like wonder who I am. And once I tell them, then it like they connect the dots and they're like, ah. I'm like, yeah, it's a very casual V. It's a very comfortable casual V. But I might have to either acquire the Cyberpunk Samurai jacket or make one. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like making it. I mean, I've seen so many cool tutorials online and I love what other cyberpunk cosplayers have done. Makes me want to, but also at the same time, I have so many other cosplays that I want to make and I want to do. And I'm like, do I add another one to my list of things? It would be cool to have a light up jacket and make a light up jacket, but do I really want to invest the time in that? Or do I just want a comfy cosplay? Don't know. Decisions. Oh my gosh. Ray, don't even talk about my grunt cosplay. I want to, but here's the issue with grunt. Um, it's the experimental time. So I knew it was going to be a hard cosplay, but I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be and how many elements I've never done before, which is fine. I don't mind experimenting. But here's also the big problem is all my time experimenting, I could be using that time to like make merchandise for myself. Um, being a full-time artist, it's not like a normal job where I kind of just go to work, clock in, and then as the clock goes, I make money, and then I clock out, and then I go home and I'm like, well, technically I made the money for the day, even like my hours have stacked up that will turn into money. But now I have free time that I can just work on the grunt. It doesn't work like that for me because I don't get paid for any of the hours that I am making stuff. There is nothing. It's almost like I'm working for free. When I do get paid, it's when I sell things. And in order to sell stuff, I need to make stuff. So, trying to figure out how to balance that because like I'll spend hours experimenting and I started to on the grunt and I'll spend days and working on this thing and it almost feels like I get nowhere because I'm spending time experimenting and I'm like, damn, I could be using this time to be making products to sell that would turn into cash for me. So I stopped working on it for a little bit because I'm like, I need product to sell for my shows. But then I'm like, but I want to work on grunt because I want to do that so bad. I think it'd be so fun. Also, too, grunt's not a cosplay that I can wear at my booth. It's gonna be chunky, it's gonna be bulky, it's gonna be, I can't see out of it. So it will be really just for photos. And again, I like to, when I make cosplays, I want to create content at least out of it so that people recognize me and come to my booth and they're like, oh, I remember when you made that cosplay. I recognize you. And the grunt can't do that. So I'm like, where do I fit it in where it feels justifiable that I can work on this passion project? I did take a little inspiration that I am thinking about a pro cosplayer, where how she balances her time is that all her like cosplays that are like sponsored and that she's actually being paid for to make is on the weekdays. That's when she makes those. And then on the weekends is when she works on her passion projects. So any projects that don't that she's not being sponsored to make, it's just something that she wants to do. So I'm like, I might start doing that for Grunt. I think that would be like a nice balance, you know? Weekdays, work on commissions, things for shows, anything, and then weekends, passion projects. I haven't started that kind of new schedule. It's just something that I have pondered in my head that I was like, I saw another pro cosplayer do, and I'm like, I kind of like that. That's kind of nice way to do things. And also, I feel like it's kind of justifiable, you know, especially it kind of falls in line. Like if I had like a more like, I hate saying normal job, but like a I don't know, like other people like I don't can't find the word of what I'm trying to find. And I don't want to say if I had a normal job because it's like I don't like calling it that. I like to say no, this is my normal job. This is normal. So we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. And also too, I have so many other projects that I want to work on. And I gotta finish up first. Like I want to stop starting so many projects and never finishing them. You know, when I have not fully figured out my lineup for Game On yet. I'm a little embarrassed to say I have not figured it out. My brain's just been so full with like the business side of things and getting ready with products and that kind of stuff that I was like, what cosplay shall I wear? I know that for sure that Friday will be Jinx from Arcane. That is locked in. But for my other days, I'm not sure. I was thinking about bringing my fawn, the one with the deer antlers that are right behind me, and it has little ears, and I kind of like wear a little Ren Fair outfit dress kind of thing. Last time I wore like really long skirts for her and like many layers, but it was also winter and it was cold. This time I might wear like something much warmer. Like not warmer, but something cooler. Something that's fit for warmer weather. So I might bring my fawn. I was thinking about that. And I don't know. I might bring Jet from Valorant on, so I might do the fawn on Saturday, and then I might bring Jet from Valorant on Sunday. I think that might be my lineup. It's been a little bit. I really liked wearing Killjoy again. That was a lot of fun. It was actually cool enough where I could wear Killjoy. So, yay. So, I don't know. I might wear Jet. Oh, nice, Win. That's super fun. Yeah, Win, what's your lineup? What's your lineup for Game On Expo? Alrighty, so now that I have all these wonderful teeth painted, da, look at all them teeth. Next step is the green. So this like very bright green that I have here. And I had just enough pink too for everything. Alright, so putting my palette back over here. Take some more white again. And this time it's going to be teal is my main color. So teal. And let's see if I have, I hope over the weekend that this emerald green that I put in a jar didn't just all dry out. Oh boy. Oh boy. See it in here and I'm like, ah, okay. It's thick, but it's not like the end of the world. It's okay. I'll add some water to that and some teal. Some white. There we are. It's almost like this minty green color. I really need to clean this palette. What I do is when the paint gets really thick on there, I like take pliers and I like cut it away and I like peel it up off the palette. And it turns into these really cool paint chip chunks. And then I like make art out of it. Like sculptures and stuff on the canvas. I haven't done that in a while and I've collected a lot of really cool pieces. So I think I gotta get to that soonish. That's super cool, Win. Yeah, I'm excited, Win, to see what your newest cosplay is. All right, as for the green, so the green kind of show ya here. There's like different shapes and designs and all that kind of stuff on there. So, and each one's a little different. Let's stick like a Echoes logo on here. A little time hourglass. fun. Yeah, win, bring Bobby. Your Bobby is so much fun. There we go. Yeah, and both your Spider Noir and Callum are really fun too. Spider Noir might be really warm though, but I don't know. Hopefully there's good AC. There we go. See, just like splotches of green. Again, some of them just have like Z's. There we are. Sweet. Yeah, and I like actually drawing the little designs too on these. I think that they're fun. These are looking pretty good. Pretty happy with them so far. Sorry that I'm like just kind of concentrating on these. There we go. You know, I'm gonna add a little bit more green right here too. I like having fun with the graffiti art on these. I do. I think they are fun. There we are. And one more. Then I'll do like a second layer of green. Ooh. Hey, that's Win. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you started watching Acceleracers. That's awesome. Yeah, you want to cosplay Tesla? You should cosplay Tesla. Absolutely. Yes, Win. Come on to the fandom side of the Acceleracers. All right, so since you want to cosplay a character, I'm gonna guess that you really like the show now. Isn't it good? It's so good. And it's so highly underrated. But it's such a good show. That actually makes me happy that some VTubers were streaming it. That makes me really happy. Yeah, that's what you said, right? It was yeah, two VTubers were streaming it for movie night. Yeah, that actually makes me really happy that I'm like, yay, it's not forgotten about. There are other Accelerator fans out there. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, so the green is, sorry, my nose ring. The green is done, except I need to go back in now with a second layer. Oh, that, I think that's the door. Hold on. I'm going to be right back. Everyone just chill for a minute. Alrighty, I am back. I am so sorry for that little mini intermission, but it's all good now. Everything's all good. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Thank you for everyone who just stayed and chilled here. Hopefully you didn't get too bored. Just chilling. I know, right, Win? I need some like kind of like elevator music or something like that to play. Like something kind of like peaceful, like waiting. Well, thank you guys everyone for waiting. I'll pick up right where I left off. All right, I'm just putting second layer on that green. Yep. Just going down the line. Yes, I like the dancing dinosaurs wing. Oh, so Win, speaking of accelerators, how far did you get? Like, how many movies in did you get? Did you get to see World Race? Did you just jump right into the first movie, Ignition? Um, did you see all four? How far did you get? Because I want to know, what have you seen and what have you not seen yet? There we go. Second layer is always much faster than the first layer. Did I unmute? Okay, I did. For 2 seconds, I thought I forgot to unmute myself, and I was just talking this whole time in complete silence. I was like, I'm like, wait. I'm like, is it working? Yeah. Otherwise, it's just like a silent film for you guys. Like, I wish there was subtitles so I know what she's saying. There we are. Without the bright neon colors, it almost looks like it's like made of candy or something. I'll tell you another oopsie I almost did when I came back uh, to swap screens to this screen to the be right back or be right back to this screen. I almost ended the stream. I almost pressed the wrong button on my stream deck. Like I caught myself too. Like my finger was hovering over the end stream button and I was like, wait. And I like spooked myself. And I was like, wait, no. Don't end it. Then everyone would be like, what the heck happened? Here she mysteriously disappears really quickly. And then all of a sudden, now the stream ends? What? What is going on? Nope. It's just the fairy being a goofball. Being a goof. There we go. All right. Ah! I know that would have been really an uh-oh moment, huh? I really like oopsies. Look at these. I think they're looking good. I'm excited. Okay, just wash them up, brush. Washing it really good. All right, so now looks done, right? But nope, not quite done yet. I feel like that's just the theme of my own art. It's like you think it's done, but it's not. Now, gotta add in UV paint. So I got some UV reactive paint right here. And gonna add that to my palette. Then and for these parts, I want to make sure that they're fully dry, but I know the pink is fully dry. And I'm just doing a top coat. Now you might ask, well, why didn't you just go in with the UV paint itself? Well, I treat these UV paints a lot like metallics. They're very, very transparent, and the more like they're so transparent that I would have to do multiple layers, and the more layers I do, they end up getting kind of like uneven looking and chunky, and it just doesn't look good anymore. Again, a lot like metallics. It's weird actually how these two paints are behave so similar. So I always do a bottom coat, make sure it's like really solid bottom coat, and then go on top with the UV. And this I think is just a really fun detail. You know, they really come to life under a black light, and it's kind of like one of those hidden details that people don't know until they do find a black light. So totally not necessary for the process. This is just something that I find very fun. Also too, it makes the paint more neon. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun painting these. I will say though that I'm like so ready for the assembly side of it. So we'll see what tomorrow's stream will bring. I might assemble them on stream. But today, unless if I have time today, I might go ahead and just start building them. It depends if I have time. Today is supposed to be an inventory day for me. I already got a head start on it last night because I had a little bit of time to like count everything and get everything ready for this weekend. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe if I get done with inventory early. Oh my gosh, I'm just like... There we go. It's looking beautiful. Looking so good. But I wish I had a little like black light next to me to show how they glow. You know what? I might do that next stream. Just to show like, I swear it's not just super bright neon paint that I'm doing here. Like it actually glows pretty good. There we go. Ooh. And judging by the time, I think I will be able to get this done in time, which is nice. I think I might be able to hit my goal for today, which is really awesome. That makes me feel really, really good. Not gonna lie, I was like running through all the lists in my head of things to do last night, and I was getting a little stressed. But when I get stressed like that, where I have whole lists and stuff, I just like write everything down into bullet points, and it actually feels really satisfying to check things off. A couple of things I already got to check off. So, yeah, I'm like, yes, it feels good. It's like, oh, I'm actually getting done. Because sometimes, like, without the visual of a checklist, it almost starts to feel like the list never ends and you never get anything done. And that really, that will eat me up inside. So I'm like, oh, look, I'm checking things off, even if it's like one thing. Yeah, almost done. So I have the pink and then I also have green UV as well. And the more layers of UV paint that I add, the brighter that it'll be. But I always find that just the one layer of UV paint actually works just fine. I guess that's just something to your liking. Just depends on your preference or whatever your project is. Kind of like really similar to the metallics again, kind of comparing it, is the shinier you want your prop to be, your metallic paint, the more layers you just add. So the brighter you want this to be under a black light, the more layers you'll add. But I don't want this to be super, super bright. I still kind of want it to be a little gritty. There we go. Sweet, 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 sweet. Look at that. It's turning out, oh my gosh, I'm just happy also too to move this through because this has been a pretty heavy weight on me to get done. And also that reminds me too, I need to find little trinkets and things to make them rattle. So I have some old Easter eggs. And I really like those like mystery like ball things, like the mini mystery crates and stuff. And I'm like, oh, these little like mystery containers, I could do something with it. And I save them because I'm a pack rat. But now I have too many of them. So I'm like, oh, what am I actually going to do with this? I'm like, wait, I could use it in these booms. And then put like little beads and little plastic toys, unwanted things in there. Just enough to make that rattle noise. And I don't do like any coins or anything because I want these to be con safe so they can go through the like metal detectors no problem. So I only stick to plastics. So no coins or old keys or anything like that. It's just plastic beads and broken pieces of little things. Yeah, now I'm actually start like before, I'm not gonna lie, after for a teeny bit here, I was kind of feeling like, oh no, am I going to be able to get this done, you know? Am I going to be able to get this done in time? I don't want to disappoint anyone. And I'm actually, for the first time, starting to feel like, oh, I might get this commission done on time. What is this fuzzy? It's like a piece of paper towel from the oil wash. Be gone, fuzzy. Be gone. Super cool. Look at that. Cool, cool. And I'm just kind of, yep. I know it's like no longer the very interesting part because I'm just like doing a top coat, but this is why these take time, you know? Um, this is all the time and effort, so it's not just like a little quick thing. Like, especially when someone says, oh, can you just like quickly throw this together for me? It's like, ha! Now you see all the work that goes into all of it. That, yeah, I can make it, but it's not gonna be this quick little thing. So much like time and energy and love and care goes into every piece, every craft. Especially the art that I create. I put so much love and passion into each piece and a lot of care too. I deeply care about all my pieces and how they look, make sure that they're perfect. Thank you, Wynn. Thank you. I do. I truly do put just so much love into each one. Gosh, and after this weekend at Kikori too, I was like shooting off ideas with my neighbors. This is also why I love being artists with other, like neighbors with other artists, because we get creative and we start talking about ideas and getting inspired off of one another. And I have so many ideas of new things I want to make that are ear related and horn related. And I'm really excited. In the near future, I'll announce my new ideas, which I think everyone is going to love. So I'm excited to share them all. So is anyone working on any projects right now? Wynn, I know you've shared your your painting. But anyone else working on anything? Gonna pull my palette forward again. And now I'm going to use the fluorescent green that is UV reactive to do the top coat on the teal green. And then that should be it for today. That should take us to the end of the stream. I hit my goal. I'm so happy. Or I think I will still. Still haven't hit it yet, but I'm gonna get there. And there we go. Yee, one more mouth down. Yeah, and this green too is gonna be really bright too. I'll show you all in a future stream, maybe tomorrow actually, if I can remember. Bring a black light. Have it here sitting right next to me so I can show everyone what it'll look like and how cool it is. There we go. Ooh, fancy, fancy. I will say, even though these little guys are a lot of work, I do like making them. I think that they are a lot of fun to make. Oh wait, I forgot to flip this one over. See, there's a little patch of green right there. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oopsie. Here we go. There we go. And one more. That is it. Just this. Whoop. Still a little wet, this one. Yeah, it's weird, this paint. It's like when it's wet, it almost feels like chalk. You know how like chalk, like I'm talking about like sidewalk chalk. If it ever gets wet and when it starts to dry, it gets very, very cold as it's damp. That's kind of what this paint feels like while it's drying. I don't know, it doesn't quite make sense, but it's just a weird texture. Flip it around. There's some spots here. There we are. And the last one's done. Here, I'll bring forward. They look so good. Yay, I'm so excited. Okay, I hit my goal today, which was to get all these teeth painted, fully painted. Now they just need to dry. And, yeah, just need to dry. Look at these guys. Yeah! This just makes me really happy. And then I have these pieces here, which will go like this. And I'll put them together. I gotta punch holes in them so that I can put the jaw in place, because the jaws ever so slightly move. Not much, but they do move a little bit. Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you, Win. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, as I'm just chilling here, actually, I did it over the time than I thought I was going to. I can show you the next step of these ones at least. So I left the tape on from when I plasti dipped. So I gotta take off the tape. No! Which this is like really strong painter's tape. I usually like have weaker stuff, but this is what I could find. Hopefully it doesn't stay on there. I left the painter's tape on because I wanted to leave the raw foam, like raw foam, and I didn't want to get any paint on, I didn't want to get paint on this part because this part, contact cement glue, like, adheres a lot better, and I didn't want the top half and the bottom half to come off easily. But it looks like this painter's tape is really sticking on really well. Better than a lot of painter's tapes. But it's coming off. And I mean, like right here, it accidentally chipped. That technically doesn't matter because no one's gonna really see it anyway. It's just gonna be inside the boom. There we go. See? Now its tape is undone and it fits in more together like this. Kind of like an Easter egg. I know, perfect for springtime, right? And inside will be the, there will be like a little plastic, an actual plastic Easter egg with toys and stuff and all that good stuff. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, might as well. I'll just sit here and I'll peel off the tape. You get to see the satisfying tape peeling. I don't know if you find that satisfying. Maybe some people do. I kind of do a little bit, but I'm also a little nervous because this paint, I don't want it to tear the actual foam. Yeah. So fit together like so. Pretty. And then where's the top one? I think this one's fully dry. Those ones are not. And then we'll kind of go like this. You like this? And it'll be like that. I'll have to make little screw holes. But yeah, there we go. It's coming together. It's starting to look like something now, right? I'll have to punch little holes. Like right here and right here. I'll probably get like a safety pin or something like that. Yeah, I'll get a whoa. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. I was like losing my concentration and it started tearing the foam. And that's not good. Yeah, I highly recommend if you're doing this, don't use very strong painter's tape. Use the weakest painter's tape you can find. I made an oopsie on choosing this. Well, I didn't know this painter's tape was going to be so strong either. I didn't think that was going to happen. And I'm going to get that little piece right there. And I think I only have 3 tops right now. Oh, no, I have a 4th top. Well, at least it was taped good, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That's not good. There we are. Also, too, if this part ever is too long and you're assembling these and they don't snap in perfectly of each other, what's really awesome is you can just easily cut this part until it fits better. Which that is always a good trick. And since it's just 2mm EVA foam, it's not hard to cut. I can get this piece of tape. No! Smallest piece of tape ever. Just a teeny piece of tape. It's like, I got a chunk. Nope, you don't have a chunk. I got a chunk. Nope, you don't. All right. Ah, there's another piece of tape that I forgot about. I'm like, oh, it's all done. Nope, nope, right here. Wonder if this tape's old and that's why it's also like peeling and ripping from itself. But yet the adhesive's still very good. All right, there we go. This one is done as well. Well, I got a bunch of tops and bottoms, and this is this. So now the boobs are fully painted. That's it. They're done. It is ready for assembly time, which will wait until next stream, or later today. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll have time today to assemble them. Hopefully I do. At least one. So that means that I can still assemble more on live here. Yeah, but no, they're coming along good. It's coming along. Yeah, and so, yep, that's pretty much it for today. Well, thank you everyone for joining. It was a fun one today. I'm really happy with the progress that's been made. If anyone is going to Game On Expo this weekend, I will be there. I'm going to be at booth 736. And yeah, look for the green light, or the green like fairy cloth and the twinkle lights. Keep an eye out for that, and bright neon colors, all that kind of stuff. I have a new and exciting things, and I'm really excited. New art. Well, maybe not new, but newish this year. So if you went last year to Game On, it'll be new then. A lot of stuff. As you know, I'm always working, creating new things. I do have a lot of new ears, and I have some horns left. If you're interested in the horns, come to my booth. They're going very fast, which yay, I'm actually excited. I'm excited that the horns are going so fast because that means a lot to me. I'm glad that people like them because I like making them. Aw. Thank you, Win. Thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful day too, Win. I wish you the best of luck with your painting. Um, Hopefully you can get it done in time. I think you can. I know you can, Win. Uh, and I'll have to check my messages too because I want to see the progress on it. But yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining. And I will see you tomorrow, same time. Probably going to continue working on these cosplay props. That's going to be the big thing. And I will see you all later. Alrighty, have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.